Timekeeper, written and illustrated by Anna Riphahn. This story is written in verse and in rhyme, but cannot begin with once upon a time. For it happened in a land before time was found, where the past and the future were nowhere around. This place was quite strange, for high in the air the sun never set and the moon remained there. The sky always stayed so light and so bright that no one could tell the day from the night. The roosters weren't sure just when they should crow. And the owls never hooted, 'cause the sun was aglow. The mice had to search for food in the light, which pleased all the cats who mewed with delight. And the people, oh my, they couldn't tell when to sleep or to wake or when work should begin. "Quiet!" yelled those who were trying to snooze. The others yelled back, "We'll do as we choose!" Some people were early, while others were late, 'cause no one was sure of the time or the date. The people were disturbed and filled with distress, for this land without time was an absolute mess. Then came the Timekeeper, a stately old man. Great powers had he at his instant command. With a wave of his hand, he ordered the skies to make the moon set and make the sun rise. He brought forth a clock that divided the hours into minutes and seconds. Such were his powers. The clock, it did tick. It talked out the time and announced every hour by sounding the chime. "What a marvelous clock!" the people rejoiced. "We want clocks of our own!" they eagerly voiced. And clocks soon appeared on land and on seas, in houses, on towers, and even on trees. When the sun at last set and brought the dark night, the moon rose on high and cast its soft light. Then all of the people went home to their beds. They blew out their candles and laid down their heads. At dawn the next morning, the sun spread its glow. The roosters awakened and started to crow. And the people awoke to greet the new day, to breakfast and dress and be on their way. All adults went to work and children to class. The clocks turned and chimed to make the time pass. The Timekeeper was pleased at the order he'd brought. Now the people were happy, or that's what he thought. But all were not happy. The workers soon groaned. "Our days are too long. We're exhausted," they moaned. "No, no," said their bosses. "Days won't be reduced. We need to add hours so more is produced." "That's right," said the farmers. "We need time to plow. So make the days longer right here and right now." "Stop!" yelled the farmhands. "Enough is enough. To work longer days would really be tough." "We want short days too," the school children pleaded. "We're studying too much. More playtime is needed." "We agree," said their teachers. "We need more vacations from nouns and from verbs and from multiplications." Soon people assembled. They marched in the street. They yelled at the Timekeeper. They stomped with their feet. Their great show of anger made the Timekeeper worry. And when he left town, he left in a hurry. He hoped Mother Nature could clear up the mess. He sped to her doorstep. He knew her address. "Please help me," he pleaded. "Everyone's so uptight, with the length of the days and the hours left at night. They're all very angry. There's no one who's quiet. If you cannot help me, the people may riot." Mother Nature replied, "I think we'd be wise to settle their problems with a compromise. To meet their demands and all of their reasons, I'll divide each year into 4 major seasons. To please all the bosses and win farmers' praise, in spring and in summer, we'll make longer days. To calm all the workers and stop all the fights, in fall and in winter, we'll lengthen the nights." From the east to the west, from the south to the north, she unleashed her powers and brought seasons forth. The Timekeeper thanked her for all her assistance. His walk back to town was not a long distance. The people were waiting for him to return. "What plan do you have?" they wanted to learn. He said, "Mother Nature has the time rearranged so the length of your days by seasons are changed." Then he told them of winter, spring, summer, and fall. They liked the new seasons and agreed to them all. "How can we thank you?" they asked the old man. He said, "Use your time the best that you can. Work when you work, but take time to play. Make the most of each hour by night and by day. Be of good hope and be of good cheer. Be kind to each other. Be glad that you're here." And thanks to the Timekeeper, his clock, and its chime, their stories can start with "Once upon a time."